What is up, everybody? This is Yoko coming to you with a Thunder matchup tutorial for Riptor. And as you all know, that Thunder is very difficult to handle, especially in close quarters. And his jump-ins as well are very hard to deal with as well. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to deal with those jump-ins by using certain type of moves, when to use certain moves, what to do during his instinct, and the strategy you're supposed to be using against Thunder. So first we're going to start off with his jump-ins. Thunder's jump-ins is very hard to deal with for most characters because it's so floaty, and a lot of the time people mistime their attacks as he's coming down. Usually you would try to use something like up flame or things like that, but sometimes it will come out to trade, or you would try to use survival run into tail, but Thunder's jumping heavy actually trades with that. But if you space correctly and use Clever Girl on his jump, no matter how deep his jump is, you can actually take him out the sky without trading or anything. As you see here, 2 characters away, it's easy to see, and most Thunders usually like to jump from a distance and get you with a heavy punch or a heavy kick. So it's very good to use if you can react, which is very simple to react to, as you can see here. I say that's a pretty good tool. Use it, especially when you barely have any health left and they're jumping at you. That'll be very good to use so you won't trade with another move and end up losing that health bar. And you can go on and start your setups after the knockdown. So now we're going to talk about another common thing that Thunders like to do. They like to jump and use heavy kick from far away, or they'll like to do their wake up DP over and over and over again until they get to you. So one of the very good moves to use against the Thunder when you're playing footsies is crouching hard kick. Usually when the Thunder lands, they normally do not stay blocking. They do not. So take advantage of that and trip them up with crouching hard kick, and it'll give you enough time to set up things, since this is a knockdown that actually lasts longer. Since the patch, they allowed it to cause a hard knockdown that lasts a lot longer than other moves. So yeah, keep that in mind, space it correctly. As soon as he comes down, go ahead and trip him up with the tail, as you see here. And don't hesitate to do it if they're using their DP over and over and over again to close the distance, because they're still have to recover when they hit the ground, which gives you enough time to use crouching hard kick, which is fast enough to take them out. So keep that in mind when you're playing footsies, because the mid-range game against Thunder is the best type of strategy you can use. Stay away from close quarters with him at all costs, because that damage will fuck you up bad. So now here we come to this again, how they usually come into closing the distance. They'll use, some Thunders from my personal experience have been using this tactic by using DP over and over and over again to close the distance. Well, if you come across a Thunder that's doing this, use your crouching hard kick to trip them up, because as they're doing so, they're trying to put in another input and they're not blocking, so you're able to trip them up and get a hard knockdown without much consequence. And if they're blocking from afar, which some do, test the way they're blocking with Rake and send out a small flame in case they try to retaliate after, or you can go for the tail flip once you figure out which way they're blocking. It's a great way for you to close the distance and start a mix-up, because if they do block, you can easily get away with just survival run or without retaliating. So keep that in mind as well. We need to always try to keep it at mid-range if you possibly can. So now, next up, we're going to talk about Thunder's instinct, which enables him to dash through anything and everything, especially when used in a combo to start a reset. It's very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. So from personal experience online, I have seen that many Thunders love to dash forward. If they see you so much as press a button or move, they will try to dash forwards. So the best thing to do is to actually jump backwards into heavy punch. That will actually stuff out the dash, and you will hit them and start your combo. And if they do dash backwards, you're safe from whatever they're going to do. So it's better to jump backwards, and it's best to use it whenever he doesn't have meter. But just in case, if you're really good at blocking and you can tell which way he's gonna go, by all means block. But a lot of the time they're going forward trying to get you into a command grab. So a good option is to jump backwards into heavy punch if you can, as seen there. And also, if he has instinct, be sure to widen the gap between you and him and let it run out. Try to set up flame carpet as much as you can, because he can't fully dash through a flame carpet. And also, you can use your tail as well after you set down a flame carpet to catch whatever remaining frames he has left out of dash. It will also catch him as well. So go ahead and start setting up your walls and barriers for if he does come through. But yes, the best way to fight Thunder is mid-range game, using your poke weapons, your crouching tail, and sometimes even jumping tail. And also in your instinct, the way you should use it is as you're seeing here. Very good poking option. It is very fast. Crouching hard kick. It's very good, and it keeps the distance widened. And you can also use standing far hard kick to bring him in, or if you catch him pressing a button, you can press standing hard kick and go right into rake and start up your combos that way. Also, jumping heavy kick during instinct actually crosses up, which is also good if you want to jump over him, and sometimes it will knock him out of his DP, which is also good. Keep that in mind whenever you're trying to close the distance on instinct. And jumping heavy punch also stuffs out regular DP from Thunder as well, depending on how high you actually start your hard punch. So now we're going to talk about the different setups to stop Thunder's DPs and shadow moves. First off is being the headbutt setup, and next up will be the standing hard kick setup. Pretty much all of them, both of them can stop all of Thunder's wake up options on shadow. And headbutt, especially when it comes to normal DP and regular shadow moves. As you can see here, with the tail, you would go for a hard knockdown on the tail flip ender. Walk up twice and use your heavy hard kick. And the headbutt setup after a tail flip ender, you're gonna hit light punch twice, and then immediately after you're gonna go into the heavy headbutt, as you see here. Both are very, very good to use against Thunders, especially if they like to wake up with their DP, which a lot of them do. So try to practice the timing on that, and the usage will be godlike for you. Trust me, it's very, very good. I've been using it for a while. But as always, thank you for your support, guys. Like and subscribe. This is Yoko Zero. Go out there and kick Thunder's ass, and I hope I helped you out. Y'all take it easy, guys.